All right, we're live. What's going on? All right, let me get this going here. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Hey, it's Friday. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. So, yeah, just like a thumbnail, we're going to open up Firefly and Tunnel Rat. And we're going to compare Firefly to the custom I did of Firefly. I took the Wave 1 or 2 classified, came out with Firefly. And the G.I. Joe team over Hasbro put him in like a bomb suit, which Rose the Saboteur. So I did a custom of that, and we'll look at that here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and lower the music so y'all can hear me. And if I can get my head around Voltron there. All right, that's good. All right, cool. We got Trip and Orc. We got Alan. Thank you guys for joining. And let me get back on my Rumble so I can see the chat there. There we go. And do I got my knife? Knife? Where's my knife? All right, I gotta go get a knife. I got a knife. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna go in numerical order for what they're numbering these. So, all right, Tunnel Rat. Kind of a self-insertion by Larry Hama. He was EOD in Vietnam. He literally was a tunnel rat. So this right here he's a little loose. He's got the original O-ring in him. So I'm going to hold him up by his backpack. So this is the original tunnel rat. And they gave him a long-ass rifle, and they stuck with that. But back in Vietnam, these guys, when they were in the tunnels, they had like a pistol and a flashlight and hand grenades and stuff like that. So that's Tunnel Rat. Here's what the 6-inch version is. And let's take a look at the box. So he's coming with night vision goggles, backpack, 2 flashlights for the backpack. Looks like a revolver, knife, and a big-ass long rifle. So, all right, see, he's number 83. And he's got this thing here, your scan. It'll take you to the Hasbro G.I. Joe website, and it'll explain what these symbols mean, what his professions are. And here we go. So looks like that's like his patch on his shoulder there. And I can't really tell what that's. Not sure what that is. So again, just the same gear. We're going to open them up. So I've been hearing that a lot of people who are already getting their tunnel rats are displeased because the head is very wobbly. And that's an occurrence with rifle in that tunnel would be useless. It is. It's completely useless. So yeah, a friend of mine, Michelle, if you're watching, and I forgot to share out the stream. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go send this to Michelle. Whoa! Whoops. That's going to be funny. Whoops. And let me share this out. YouTube. All right, copy link. And let me send this to Michelle. Cool. And I'm going to put this on my Facebook. So I have a gaming channel on Facebook. Strangely enough, my Facebook gaming channel is the best I'm doing anywhere. Like I have like I'm closing in on 350 followers on Facebook for my gaming channel. It's where Yeet Tubes got like I'm always gaining. I'm always losing more than I gain. But the analytics say that I have, like, hey, you gained 6 this month. I go, but why is my number less? Who cares? Rumble's awesome. I got now 53 followers on Rumble, so that's pretty cool. All right, and post. All right, that's enough sharing that bullshit. All right, so when you open these, I open them up from the bottom because, as you see, they've got a foot locker, and then what actually holds the figure itself. And they will be the figures are tied down with twine. It's actually paper twine, and temporarily that's what they're doing with these waves. Hasbro's going back to open box with bubble. I mean, bubble on card like they were doing before, because people are buying these and swapping shit out, throwing like plastic bottles in them, and then going, "Hey, I'm returning this." And big box stores are like, they don't give an F. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, you return it? Cool." Then you go to Target, you go to Walmart, and you buy stuff. They will resell returns. And if you buy these, you have a chance of getting a surprise. I bought one. I forget what figure it was, and I'm not even sure if it was G.I. Joe, but opened up the box, and it was Scarlet Witch. So, all right, there's Tunnel Rat. He's got some art there in the box, and I'm gonna place him there with the others, just like that. And I've been thinking about doing some rearranging. I want to do like red, white, and blue for Real American Hero. And I'm thinking about running lights. And I'll put all these Crimson guys for Cobra up there. I'll put mostly Joes and a mixture of Joe and G.I. Joe right here. So it'll be red, white, and blue. And I got some lights for that. But anyways, here's Tunnel Rat. We're going to get out his gear. Again, you get these foot lockers. And has this number on it. So these little boxes are kind of cool. You can set them up if you're doing like a little like diorama or something. Speaking of which, I've got some 1/12 scale dioramas arriving. They're basically urban, city based. I'm going to do videos from that for the toys upstairs where I've got the Eustace flag. So right off the bat, we got one big baggie, paper baggie. Again, they're stupid. I had gotten he's over there, and he's falling apart. Anyways, so I've got Dusty, desert version Dusty, and I do got the Tiger Force Dusty, but I gave him a ghillie suit to basically make him a sniper. And like all these dudes are custom. Like I've gotten rid of like most of the gear they come with. Yeah, so all right, let's look at the gear, make sure I have it all. Yeah, that was my thing. What I was talking about is Dusty was missing like 2 of his items, Tiger Force Dusty. So I was like, all right, let me just turn him into a sniper. So also a lot of these figures like this Tunnel Rat. I'll be straightforward. I bought this in Hong Kong. I mean, that's why. What did I do with the box? Oh, when you look at this guy, you got this sticker right here with all the Hong Kongese on it. So I'm getting sick of Walmart. I'm getting sick of Target. It's like you order these, even has Repulse. So Asia gets everything first. I mean, like I've had my Dr. Mindbender for over a year now because I bought it in Hong Kong. They have toy cons there that nobody here really knows about or has access to the items there. And Hasbro sold like all the first Dr. Mindbenders for this G.I. Joe Classified line over in China. And basically said, get effed, USA. Yeah. So, all right. Bomb Satchel. And that's just very similar to the version 1. He had a satchel. All right, backpack, and it's got 2 holes for the flashlights. Now these flashlights are black, where the vintage Real American Hero one were green. It's got a revolver. It's got a knife. And looks like the same, almost same similar. This is actually an M60. They gave him an M60. What the fuck? It's the same one that Rock and Roll has. I'm like, bro, cool and all, but at least if you're going to give him an Uzi, a submachine gun or something, not a fucking big ass rifle. Yeah. So there is a peg and slot on the ammo box for the bottom on this rifle, and right off the bat, look at this. This rifle's bent. I'm gonna have to use a hair dryer, but I'm gonna use this weapon for a different figure if I use it. I'm not gonna use this for Tunnel Rat. In fact, we're not even gonna look at this thing. This is gonna get put to the side. There's no slot. There's no slot for the rounds. It just like, at least on Rock and Rolls had a little indention where you could stick the round and put this in. Lame. All right, so one difference I've seen now. Okay, so they're going back to the plastic. All the other ones I've seen before the 80 series. This is 83 now, number 83. They have paper like this. They use this type of paper to tie the figure back, and now they're using the plastic. So I'm just gonna get my knife. Trying to think which sharper. I got a Leatherman over there. I probably just should be using that, but oh well. Well, that's a sign I gotta resharpen this knife. There we go. At least you have a Scarlet Witch now. Yeah, dude, right? But it was the zombie Scarlet Witch. I'm not really into zombie action figures, so I threw it in. I have like a bin of action figures I use for like kit bashing. So she's there if I need like a zombie head or something. Yeah. So we have a bastardized version of Toys R Us still in the United States, to where you have to go into Macy's to find like an aisle that they call Toys R Us. So what happened in the United States with Toys R Us is what happens with a lot of like, it's why you don't see KB Toy Store. One of the reasons why EB Games is only in like Australia and Europe. Well, definitely in Australia. I don't know if it's in Europe. So Toys R Us, if you have any knowledge of stock market, what had happened to them was basically they got hedged. They got hedged into the stock market, and their value, even though they were selling toys, their stock market value got hedged to nothingness. And basically, Toys R Us said, well, we're out of business because we're worthless now. And that was because of bigwigs, hedging. So basically, they were shorting the stock, which is, as I forget what their term they call these guys. But anyways, they don't own the money they utilize for shorting a stock. They borrow the money. They have a lot of capital. So they're able to basically they're like BlackRock. It's what BlackRock does. Yeah. They'll buy something, use half the money that they borrow, bet against the stock. Stock drops. Then they take the other half of the money they borrowed, buy into the stock. Stock comes back up. They pay back the money they borrowed. they make profit. Value of stock goes to shit. Those people go out of business. So basically, like what Mitt Romney used to do for a living before he went to politics, just destroying companies and shit. You should look into it. So a lot of these assholes do that shit. All right, so let's look at the art. You got Tunnel Rat there. So that's going to go back there. And let's look at Tunnel Rat. All right, so head sculpt's pretty good. Camo's pretty all right. It's got a leg sheath for the knife. Not sure why they gave him a bullet bandolier, but he's always had one. So, and that was covering up his chest holster for his revolver. And Tunnel Rat, like in '87, I think he came out, '88. He was one of my favorite. So I was like 12, 13. Still kind of into Joe's, but about to get out because kind of got forced to, got moved to Germany in '88 and didn't come back to the States in '92. But when I was over in Europe, this was not available to us. I got this as a kid. Tiger Force Tunnel Rat. It's very rare. Um, my guy's got no broken elbows. He's got paint wear on the hands because, you play with it. And then later in life, I got this guy. This was a state release in '88, '89, Night Force. So Night Force is a pretty big thing with the adult collectors for G.I. Joe. So he's complete. All right, so backpack. 2 black flashlights, and these are the old style Vietnam L-shaped. Wow, I can't even get it in there. Giggity. Because it's certain. Okay, so you have to match it. Dang. What the hell, man? It's like Allen wrench shaped. All right, so that one goes in pretty good. So they got a green glass over of the front of the flashlight. Like these would have green, red, blue, clear. My dad had flashlights like these. When I was in Boy Scouts, he gave a few of them to me, so I would use them in Boy Scouts. Yeah, and we'd be camping out over in Hawaii when I was in Boy Scouts, and shit was fun. All of our scout masters, they were all Vietnam vets, and so we had pretty good fun in the scouts. We'd all go. Every time we go camping, we'd go shooting, dude. Scouts back then was awesome. I don't know what kids do now. Oh, that's right. They let girls into Boy Scouts now. Freaking retarded. All right, so let's get his pouch on. I'm probably going to remove the bullet bandolier on this character because it just doesn't really go. I mean, yeah, I'm going to remove it eventually. So I've got him with his revolver in the chest holster, got his bomb satchel, got the flashlights on, stick his knife, and there goes the backpack. On his left leg, he's got the sheath for his almost kind of a bit of a cookery. That, anyways, not quite. Let's get the backpack back on. And he's got night vision goggles. Dude, this bomb satchel keeps riding up. He's just got too much gear for his size frame. So That's pretty good. Okay, so the night vision goggles fit on really good, man. All right. So that's pretty dope. Well, let's get to what we all want to see, which is Firefly. And first thing I'm going to show you guys is you know, Firefly. It's like my favorite Cobra when I was a kid, and still is. And he's just a really dope figure. I mean, I actually have two of them. One's complete. One is same condition, but doesn't have everything. But the most important item that everybody loses with this guy is the little radio. And this being a 40-year-old, literally, this is 40 years old now. I will not even attempt to put this in his hand without breaking off a thumb, most likely. Because what happens with this 40-year-old plastic, when we were kids, there was some playability with it. Even though they're articulated, these come with more than the 5 points of articulation that we'd get from Kenner. And like that was the thing. I was all about Star Wars up to about 82. Then G.I. Joe came out, and I was done with Star Wars figures. Just done. Just bendable knees, hips, swivel at the waist, kung fu grip, swivel arms at the bicep, bending elbows, head turns. And then later on, we would get, like, really, this head only goes right, left on this version because he's like 83, 84, I'm not sure. But then they started getting with the dumbbell swivel in the neck and stuff, really getting these things really cool. So this guy comes with a bomb kit this right here opens up. It comes with a little submachine gun, and he's just decked out like grenades and all that all over him, stuff like that. So the second wave of G.I. Joe's classifieds, they came out with a Firefly. Like I said, he was decked out in a bomb suit, which was stupid. Guy's a saboteur, right? So I took my good old trusty Dremel and trying to look for had a little advert for these guys. So Gridiron Studios makes a kit for Wave 1 Firefly, and this is what he's wearing. And this thing is decked out, dude. So as you see, he's got a welder's visor and knife on the sheath. He's got a radio right there. Best part, though, is this backpack. This backpack, just like the version 1 backpack, has a thing that opens up right here. It's this little drawer, and his old style dynamite with a timer on it, right, for an old style timing bomb. Then he's got a ceiling. Oop, there goes the backpack. So he's got a ceiling torch right here. He's got a little, so he can weld and stuff. And this is a really badass custom. I really like it. And this looks way better than what they gave us for that first Firefly. So this is the second Firefly they've done, and for the classified series. And he's pretty damn close to the style of the first Firefly. They really, really did a good job. Now, we'll see when we open up how it is. Now, another company that's kicking ass, their figures are a little bit more expensive. So the Mezco's 112, and they have also 16, but the name of their line is 112. And it's Mezco, and they're doing, like, I've got Destro from that Mexican line right here, and my friend James, he opened it up. Now that's probably gonna fall out here. I'll just take it down. Now I'm going to do another video for this guy, and this is the Mexican Destro, and I've ordered the Mexican Firefly and the Cobra Commander, and they are awesome. and they use like real cloth for the uniforms and all that good stuff. All right, so let's open this guy up, and let's move some of this stuff away so I don't actually end up dropping one of these vintage dudes on the ground, because they will shatter. Definitely will break their dicks off. But all right, so we're gonna put Firefly back over here. And I'm just gonna plop his gear down on this shelf. What was that? Chris, what's up, dude? Mitchell, what's going on? Mahalo over there in Hawaii. Hope you're good, doing good, man. All right, so let's look at the box first. I've cut the tape on it. You got Firefly. What comes with his gear? Well, it looks like a little submachine gun with a silencer, magazine. Can't tell until I open. What is that? Don't know what that is. And then we got a little remote control car with like, looks like extra bombs, his backpack, and a pistol. And here's Tunnel Rat's footlocker. All right. Cobra, number 84. And here's Firefly. Oh, okay, so that item that I didn't recognize are gargles. Goggles. And again, yeah, so all the 80 and above series are now plastic straps, not these retorted, twisted cardboard twine that are actually a pain in the ass to get off. So I'm going to cut these off and stick myself in the thumb with my knife. And I don't have any fingernails. Next time I do this, now that I know, because I didn't know these were these type now. I usually use fingernail clippers and goes, yeah. Hey, Chris, you should check out my yesterday's stream playing. I think you did. You liked it. That's right. Dude, that game, Void Crew, it's awesome. Like, I didn't even realize we played for almost 8 hours yesterday, and we only successfully completed one mission, partially. We failed every mission, and I don't care. It was fun. So if any of you don't know, Void Crew is a game by Focus. It's the same people putting out Space Marine 2 Warhammer. And that game is fun as shit. It's cheap. I got it on Steam for like $17 now. And if some of you guys have like keys to some of these, you know, I think I'm just going to snap this game here. So it's a 4-player. Ooh, that opens up like that. That's nice. It's a 4-player co-op, and you're on a spaceship, and you have missions, and basically you have different positions. You have like an engineer, a pilot. So it's pretty freaking cool. And it takes, and three people is good. 4 people is excellent. Yeah, that game is awesome. It does look awesome. Yeah, those not both. A lot of Transformers, Hasbro, they have those too. And you have to have patience. Either cut them off with a knife, scissors, or have a lot of patience and untie these really retarded knots. You know, yeah. YouTube, I said retarded. But then now that I got him off, let's look at the art. So there he is holding his little pistol with his goggles on there. All right, put you right next to. I'm gonna drop you on the ground. Put you right next to a little tiny little Larry Hammond. All right, there he is. And now the footlocker. So footlocker again, Plastic paper, yay. Let's see if we have everything. And if we don't, freaking well. All right. Then after we go through some of these, I'm going to actually show you some of the other stuff I have for future videos. Had a bunch of Joes come in. I got something here from Hasbro Pulse, and I have no idea what it is. It could be Desert Commando Snake Eyes. And it could be another Dr. Mindbender, I think. So we'll see. I think it's Dr. Mindbender. All right, so this is empty. I want to compare all of this, make sure it's all here. All right, there's the night vision. Don't know what that is, but there's weapon, silencer, magazine. These look like mines right here. That looks like a mine. So the pistol and the little Uzi both look like they can take the same silencer. Yep. That's confirmed. Both can take the silencer. So we will go ahead and stick this guy right in the holster on his right hip. And if any of you saw my last stream, I got it plugged in over there. Is the hair dryer, and yeah, I don't need a hair dryer. I'm already losing enough. No, as for these guys, the video I did for the Trouble Bubble, the Televiper, I couldn't even bend them. So I literally on stream, I ran over there, hair dryered for about 20 seconds, and his legs and his arms and all that started to move. So I think there. So these figures are notoriously to be stiff, just because I don't know. I don't think Hasbro knows what the F they're doing. I was in a conversation earlier today yesterday and today about their snow serpents. Their snow serpents cannot stand up. They got wobbly legs. They just can't stand up. What are you doing, guys? So dumb. All right. And I got angry on the Void Crew stream yesterday about it. It's when my buddy told me. And I get a lot of the toys. I have an eBay store, so a lot of the stuff, about 40% of the stuff that I sell on my eBay store is from Entertainment Earth. I have a merchandiser account with them. I have 20 snow serpents ordered. I'm going to sell them probably below cost, just because all the collectors know they're kind of garbage. It's just sad. All right, magazine is in. All right, he's got trigger figures on both hands. That's why they need to start putting extra hand sets in these, just like Bobby Bala does. Bobby Bala puts 3 extra hand sets in each figure. Bobby knows what the fuck he's doing. And Bobby used to work for Hasbro, you know. And Valaverse it's off the chain, dude. Everybody gave them a bad rap from the beginning, but dude, everybody doesn't have a perfect release on their first wave of toys. Look at G.I. Joe Classified series. They gave us a bunch of video game characters, and right off the bat, I've got to do a hair dryer on his elbow. I can't even move it. It's rock solid. So it's very nice butterfly shoulders. Dude, these shoulders roll forward, they roll back. This is nice. I'll give them that. That's really good they did there. He put his backpack on. Chris, I watched some of this morning before work. I've been working midnight this week, so I sleep a little in the day. Dude, I know how that is. No worries, brother. I just like that you like my stuff. Appreciate it. So a little remote control. Oh, that's what that is. All right, so this is the remote control, the controller for the little remote control car, right? So I guess he'll just RC it around. Knife. His knife goes somewhere. So he's got a bunch of little like bomblets on his leg there. So I'm assuming. Oh, okay. So there is something on the back of his backpack, and the vehicle actually snaps into it. I'm going to actually take the backpack off so y'all can see. So there's the backpack. This is what I'm referring to. The little car has a little slot right there. And it goes just like that. So he'll have his little vehicle. He can just grab it and throw it on the ground. Rest in peace, Ray Stevenson, man. He played Firefly in the second G.I. Joe movie. And I thought he did a pretty good job. I thought he did a really good job. Yeah. All right. So we got his goggles. That looks pretty cool. 2 bomblets. A knife without a sheath. Is that correct? Yeah, he comes with a knife. I don't see. Hang on. Let's see what we got here. So here's the picture. Oh, let me see if they go on his legs. No, that's not a sheath. Oh, awesome. The sheath is right here. Boom. That's cool. I like that. So I'm going to take these 2 landmines, smoke control. Later on, I'll get this stuff set up better. And then he's just going to go here. Just like that. Push that in. And let's see what Hasbro sent me. So here's a box from Hasbro Pulse out of Atlanta. And I made a comment yesterday. So Amazon does also stuff through HasLab, but on their own. And you can get some of the same stuff. So I bought the Desert Commando Snake Eyes. I mean, I've got enough Snake Eyes, but the Desert one looks awesome. And so I bought it. And they shipped it out of Tennessee, which is Nashville, which is hour 30 from my house. And then it ends up in New York, then ends up in Maryland. And I made a post. I was like, hey, this Amazon order, I made a post on Twitter saying this Amazon order is in New York when it originated in Tennessee. It needs to go to Decatur, Alabama. And so it's weird. So Amazon has AI responses on Twitter. Immediately got a message from an Amazon bot going, hey, what's the complaint, basically? And I explained, and it was just like, well, if it don't arrive by the time it's supposed to get there, let us know. I go, yeah, but I was like, you're taking 6 days to get it to me. It left on Monday, and I won't get it to Sunday. And I'm like, I could have drove there and picked it up. So I don't know. All right. So I have another Dr. Mindbender. So if there's anybody watching and you do not or could not get yourself a Dr. Mindbender, let me know. Because mine's sitting right over there. And I've had him for over a year. And he's awesome. But let's open this, just confirm, and then I'm not going to open it any further. I just want to get it out of the shipper. Oh yeah, it's a Dr. Mindbender. And they kicked this one out of the park, dude. They did a badass job. Look at that. So when this opens up, you cut the tape and this slides off. And this opens up like that and like that, like how they did the Supreme Cobra Commander. And he'll have a bunch of gear right here and a bunch of gear right here that opens up like a door. And then you'll see him and he's got all sorts of stuff and pretty cool. Yeah. RC Pro and little car. Yeah, it is a little RC car. These arrived late last night, and I will be doing a video on them. These are the Crimson Cobra Vipers. Grab one of these out. So basically they're doing this entire like Crimson line. So you got Crimson Guards, Crimson Vipers, Crimson Bats. If you look up here, the two twins, I did that myself. So they're going to be doing PulseCon on the 22nd, and these dudes, I basically took two Crimson Guards and kit bashed them with the twins, as you can see, because you're not going to see, their customary Viper legs where they have like the Cobra, So it's just basically the Crimson Guard body with the again. I gave them gold matching pistols, but I saw pictures of the set they're doing, and the Crimson set with the Crimson Baroness and the Crimson Twins looks really good, and the pistol, the golden pistols that you see they have right there. The slide actually does slide back. It's from Gridiron Studios, just like the kit from Firefly. And if you're into customizing your 6-inch Joe line, I highly recommend Gridiron Studios. Like he makes probably some of the best custom stuff for this line. And the the Supreme Cobra Commander, he goes really well, even though he's blue, but he has a lot of red highlights. So he goes really well with that. And speaking of custom, just example, here's this minigun for this Crimson Bat. That's Gridiron Studios. Yeah. And here's another Gridiron Studio for basically any of the characters, but he's got a anti-aircraft. He's got a Stinger, anti-aircraft. I'm sorry, that's anti-tank. That is an anti-tank weapon. And it's not my bad. Let's see what else. Yeah, I had totally forgotten this. So I've been to every Joe Fest in Augusta, Georgia, but I got a custom 6-inch Cobra Claw. So this morning I forgot about it. It's been sitting in my stuff. I gave it to Destro. And I think we're going to just wrap it up because I'm going to go watch the rest of FNT. And I need to get dinner. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to wrap it up. And y'all have a good one. Later.